It's the talk is good. The talk is perfectly good, but we're still waiting on you to take over the team and to make sure that the team make it to the playoffs. That's what all big dogs, paws, and alphas do. No Diddy,
No Diddy. Hey, yo.
I don't know, Brad.
Yo, is that the new saying? No Diddy, bro? No Diddy. Hey, yo, let's say it. No Diddy. Hey, yo.
Why does it sound extra funny? I don't know.
It definitely does.
Yo, this is getting out of hand, man. Yo, the motherfucking feds is trying to get my boy Diddy for crazy. The free code, nigga. They trying to arrest my nigga Diddy with the free code, nigga. Trying to charge him with... Diddy gonna be the first nigga in history to get hit with the free code.
Imagine getting with the free code, though. Not the free code.
First nigga in history.
Yo, if he really is doing sex trafficking, that's crazy. Because sex, not saying the girls weren't into the shit, but bro, if they were underage,
federal law enforcement agents have raided properties owned by musician and producer Sean Diddy Combs. Let's bring in CNN security correspondent Josh Campbell and CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson. Josh, let me start with you. What do these raids by federal agents in multiple locations tell you about the seriousness of this investigation?
Yeah, Wolf, a very significant development here, seeing this law enforcement action taking place.
Had girls and dudes
at the outset,
that
we don't know that Sean Diddy Combs himself is the subject or target of a federal investigation. So it's just worth pointing that out at this hour. But what we do know is that two properties associated with him, we saw the feds descend on those properties. We saw in aerial footage, federal agents both here in the Los Angeles area as well as in Miami at those residences. Now, the Department of Homeland Security, their what's called HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, gave CNN a statement. I'll read you part of that when asked about what this activity is. They say that earlier today, HSI New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. That is it, confirming that they are conducting what they're deeming law enforcement action, which could indicate search warrants being conducted there, could indicate arrests being conducted. We just don't know at this hour specifically what that law enforcement action is. It is worth pointing out, though, that Combs himself obviously has faced significant legal woes in recent months. I'll give you just a kind of the highlights of what actually occurred in November. He was sued for rape and abuse by a former partner. That lawsuit was then settled very quickly. But in December, he faced sexual assault allegations in a complaint filed in the Southern District of New York. The suit was brought by a woman referred to as Jane Doe, who said that she was 17 at the time when these allegations took place back in 2003. He was accused of sex trafficking and gang rape, among other allegations, also in that suit naming two of his associates. Of course, Combs denied any wrongdoing there. And then just last month, a former employee of Combs filed a suit also in the state of New York, accusing him of sexual assault, of sexual harassment, and, quote, grooming. That former employee stated that he had worked for Combs between 2022 and 2023. Among those allegations, this former employee, a male employee, said that Combs did not compensate him for his music production work and forced him to procure interactive sex workers, threatened him with serving alcoholic beverages laced with drugs to guests at parties at Combs' home. And then Combs' son, Justin Combs, was also accused of soliciting prostitutes and underage girls at his father's homes. Again, Combs denied any wrongdoing, but just a series of allegations that we've seen taking place. Final point we'll note is that while we don't know the specific allegations or why the feds are at these residences, it is worth pointing out the agency that is conducting this law enforcement activity. It's not the FBI, it's not the DEA or the ATF. This is HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. For those unfamiliar, this is an agency that has long been the forefront specifically at human trafficking investigations. So although we don't have the specifics yet, we're starting to we can glean just based on which agency has the lead, the direction this might go. Again, we don't yet know that Combs himself was the target of the investigation, Wolf. We do know that
his son was
were at two of his homes, both here in Los Angeles and in Florida, Wolf.
Yeah, important point.
So his kids is involved.
We don't know if Sean Diddy Combs himself is under investigation, but clearly, Joey, it's not good if your homes are actually being raided.
No, it's not, Wolf. And I think, whatever conclusions can be drawn remain to be seen, right? There's not an indictment that we're talking about. Crazy. That means that we're not speaking of a grand jury having a grand jury conclusion, not as to guilt. That's not what grand jurors do, but as to reason to believe that a crime was committed and he committed them. Having said that, whenever you have a raid and an investigation, these things need to be really predicated upon, right? The precursor for this to happen would be some probable cause. What is that probable cause? We don't know. But let's go back to what Josh Campbell talked about, which are those those various lawsuits. Now, lawsuits are civil actions in nature. They're not criminal at all. But what they do is they give authorities some guidelines and guideposts with respect to alleged conduct that was engaged in, with regard to who it was engaged in, what activities there were, what it involved. And so that, if there's an investigation, could serve as a source of plentiful information. That information could be further investigated, right, by certainly this Homeland Security Agency. And as a result of that, they can work with their local law enforcement partners. What does that mean? It means that they, collectively, law enforcement, try to determine whether there's reason to believe that crimes were committed, and, were those crimes carried out and associated in any way we don't know, with Sean Combs. And so that remains to be seen. But before authorities, Wolf, can get into the home or property of anyone, you have to establish some firm basis to do that. And that is what at least we can conclude, that they had reason to believe that there were crimes involving sex trafficking, apparently, and that these areas potentially can give more information with respect to the specifics. And I think they would be looking for computer devices and other devices which would seem to indicate or give information as to whether there was any criminality very early in the process. But certainly we know that these have been carried out, and we'll see what, if any, information is gleaned to be suggestive of any criminality.
Very interesting. Josh, let me get back to you. You know the FBI very well. Under what circumstances would raids like these be conducted?
Well, this would require, if it is indeed a search that's being conducted, it would require federal officers, in this case with Homeland Security investigations, going to a judge and seeking a warrant, indicating that we believe that evidence of a crime could be located in these residences. And then this third party, an independent judge, has to approve that warrant. And then you see take place what's happening now on our screen. I particularly want to focus on, you see that large RV-looking vehicle there. This is the mobile command post that federal agencies will send whenever they're going to be somewhere, likely for a long time. I mean, if you look at these residences, we're talking about very large estates. And so, as Joey was mentioning, something as simple as a thumb drive or anywhere where electronic media could be stored, if it's on that warrant, authorities can search that residence top to bottom, looking for any type of device, any type of storage mechanism that fits within the four corners of that search warrant. Now, again, I'll caution, we don't know specifically why they were there. It does tell us, I think, that just because you see that large posture of all of these federal vehicles that are there, including this mobile command post, this was likely not something as simple as an arrest, where you show up and you find a person that you're seeking, but likely more along the lines of a search warrant, which falls in line with what HSI told us in that statement when they say law enforcement actions. That's something that we often hear from federal agents as a euphemism for conducting some type of search. But again, both of these residences, both where I am here in LA, it's just a few miles here from the CNN LA bureau where this search is taking place. Also in Miami, you see this large cadre of federal agencies descending on those homes. Again, the big question now, what are they looking for? We're waiting for specifics on that as this search continues.
And Joey, video also shows heavily armed agents entering Diddy's home. How unusual is that?
So it's not unusual. I mean, I think that what law enforcement does is certainly they want to be protective of themselves, potentially to deter any type of activity that could occur of a criminal variety. Not that there would be any, but you never know. And so as a result of that, once they're armed, not only armed literally, but armed with respect to a warrant, that would suggest that they have reason to be there, that there's criminality that would be afoot, potentially, they go, law enforcement does, and they make sure that the area is secure such that they can get any information from that warrant so that they can continue to investigate. Very important to note, Wolf, that these are investigative stages. Warrants are typical in any type of investigation, right? This is the United States of America. Everyone has rights, but you don't get into someone's home without establishing that there may be some what we call indicia of criminality. They now, law enforcement, will evaluate whatever they find in connection with this search. And if that search...
And it's different than when it was 2016. The game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're going to keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else. To us. Black excellence.
All them niggas going to jail.
Hey Diddy, thanks for agreeing to do this interview. I know it's a really tough time for you right now, but we really appreciate your time.
Let's do it.
Now, is
Puff,
P. Diddy,
can't like no rappers now. You call me love. For real, you can't.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room allegations. Are you attracted to men or women?
It depends on my mood, my vibe.
Is it true that you've had sexual relations with Meek Mill?
I can't tell you that.
Hey Diddy, thanks for agreeing to do this interview. I know it's a really tough time for you.
What did he say? Wait, I didn't even hear what he said.
Remember when Tyson
Son, just
is fed. We had a.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Advice when a bro codes talk, that's bad advice.
Trash. Holy shit. All right.
He's thinking nothing like Young Miami, bro.
We're pushing 10 hours. What y'all want me to talk about before we get off of here? Somebody says check Twitter. What's going on Twitter?
What's going on
Jay-Z
Twitter?
Gonna fall back for 3 years, nigga. He don't want y'all to remember that he used to be fucking some 16-year-old allegedly. He don't want y'all to be remembered by his bullshit. The thing about Jay-Z, he actually did change his life. That nigga went from big pimpin' to best husband. Only cheated once.
No, that song was fire though.
Hey, by the way, if you guys are watching, please, we've had crazy numbers today on YouTube, really on all platforms. But please, you guys got to hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna make sure we stay up on the story. We're gonna be proud.
You heard him, right? Hit the subscribe button.
I want you guys to hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. That when we go live or when I schedule it, I know sometimes I'm late. Okay, I know I'm late, but better late than never.
You gotta like the stream.
Please, you guys gotta hit the follow button, subscribe button to be
make sure y'all like the stream.
Time we go live.
Let
me see what else. We can probably hit one more topic if we can find something. Yo, that shit took the air out of today. Is there anything else going on? Cassie's lawyer did a statement.
Future got hella kids.
Trump got some shit going on. They lowered his tax debt.
Future kids all got dread or at least trying to get dread like him.
Yo, pause. What's up?
Wait, Future got all boys?
We got Glorilla talking about her comeback.
He don't got no girls?
She's now admitting the song is trash. She got mad at me, but now she's admitting it. Here we go.
Feel crazy when I dropped Cha Cha. Like, y'all made me feel real crazy about that. And I want y'all to know that. So I came back with a vengeance. You feel me?
Yeah, they got Diddy.
Wait.
They got Diddy's son. They got his Christian and Justin in handcuffs. So, yeah. I don't know if they still arrested, but
I love criticism. Like, and I love it until I feel like motherfuckers be crying, because motherfuckers do be crying sometimes. But, yeah.
The niggas gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? You learn from your mistakes and you do better.
Jail and shit. It's gonna be Harlem shit.
And I'm really here to tell y'all I'm on it. I'm back on it. I'm never getting off of it, you feel me? It's always gonna be what it is. At the end of the motherfucking day, the day gonna motherfucking end. You feel me? And everything always gonna be everything. Y'all made me feel crazy when
Glorilla, we know you clearly don't like criticism. I'm not here to go back and forth with you though. You don't like criticism. You blocked Kai when Kai said that your song was whack. You started beefing with me.
She do not like criticism.
You really
felt
offended.
I agree with that.
You don't necessarily have to apologize to me or him, but I do want you to know that as an artist, this super egotistical shit that most of y'all get on is usually why most of y'all fall off. And you even admitting this is you actually showing that you realize that you don't necessarily have to listen to me or Kai or anybody who's a streamer or anyone with a name, but you gotta listen to your fans. And you clearly have listened to your fans because you came back around with another song that they like, and that's you humbling yourself a little bit. If you listen to the people rather than thinking, you don't have to listen with everything because you can't let the fans lead everything that's your movement or that's your art, but you should, understand what the pulse of the people is because you're making music for the people. So, I'm glad that you kind of
Glorilla just doesn't like criticism, man.
I was like,
she's super emotional. She reacts to everything. You shouldn't react to everything.
She might have found her groove back again.
Everything doesn't need a reaction. You could just listen, watch. What happens, man. It is what it is.
I'm glad that she's still in the class of new girls that's doing their thing. Obviously, I still believe Sexy Red took her position. I don't really care what y'all say about that, but that's just is what it is. But it don't mean that she can't still be making.
I don't think Sexy Red took her position, but I think Sexy Red got her own lane.
I think honest advice.
They're completely different.
Look what's working for other people. Authenticity.
Like Glorilla blew up on the song. What
image of anything?
Her hit song is like what?
You know what I mean? authentically.
What's her hit song again? Like fuck niggas something? Huh? I might be on my own with this one. What's Glorilla's hit song?
You, how you came in the game, that's how you win. But anyway, good for her. I seen YoungBoy went live today for a little bit. Let's see what YoungBoy was talking about.
Yeah, fuck nigga free. That's her hit song. Like, that's not a Sexy Red type of song, right? They're completely different. They came up. Sexy Red came up off My Booty Hole Brown Pussy Pink. Like, come on. That's completely two different type of songs. Like I'll say Gorilla is more like she came up on the more like what's that dude from New York? A Boogie type of like toxic fuck niggas type of rowdy. She got left broken up with. She looked like a goddamn fish. But you know what I mean?
Yo, chat, y'all want me to go to Grave Digger Mountain and go chop it on my boy YoungBoy and come back with a nice interview for y'all? Y'all
Please, we need that.
Chat, y'all want me to go up to the mountain?
Please. I'll even write in chat for that. I'll even write in chat. Matter of fact, I'm not subbed.
You know, the first time
I'm subbed on my other account.
It was a good trip, and me and we talked about it. It was more of.
Do you feel bad for Diddy? Yes or no? If he did it, no. If he didn't,
he spoke about, bro, you supported me since I was 16. So you do say stuff that.
God damn, nobody feel bad for him. Yeah, y'all some hating ass niggas, bro. Y'all want a black man to go to jail. I don't know about y'all niggas, bro.
Feel good either. You know, we had a conversation as men. And you know that was the best part of that.
You only gotta subscribe for me for 1 minute to talk.
But you know, it might be that time.
Subscribe for 5 minutes.
Go back up to the mountain, go holler at him, go get some good content. I did get some content the first time. We didn't put it out yet, but I'm glad he looked like he's in good spirits. Boy, got 131,000 on live. Look at him.
That's why you want to do an interview, huh? Yeah, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Get him, cheesy ass like.
Okay. Now, why be doing this thing though? Why be doing this thing? I think the music has been on the upturn. Where I think
I like that song. That song, Doom, in No Time. Them two shit, I've been bumping them shits faithfully for like the past 2 weeks.
Consistently good.
YB been shining
and getting better. You get what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie. What's the name of that song? Act a Donkey. That's my shit. I can't even lie to you. That's my shit. Okay. All right. Shout out to Casanova, who's currently serving time in federal prison. I believe he got like 15 years or so.
Casanova.
I think he's here photoed with. I think one is his wife.